Hey, welcome to Mirror-Based Education. Today, we're looking at multiplying and dividing integers. Alright, so before we get into this, we need to realize that multiplying and dividing are the same thing. Alright, and what I mean by that is that dividing is really multiplying by the unit fraction of the number you're dividing by. So for example, if you have 7 divided by 4, you're really multiplying 7 times 1/4. Alright? So with that in mind, the two examples that we gave are multiplying, but you can apply the same method to division. Alright? So let's get into this. Let's simplify the following expression, 5 times negative 3. Alright? And as usual, we need to figure out what is this actually asking? Well, if we think back to when we learned about multiplying, it's saying there's 5 negative 3's. So what is negative 3 plus negative 3 plus negative 3 plus negative 3 plus negative 3? Alright? And if you're not sure how to add integers, go back and check out our integers addition video. Okay? Linked above. So it's like you said, you go to the store, you spend $3, and then spend 3 more, and then 3 more, and then 3 more, and then 3 more. Alright? So overall, you've spent $15. Or you can say that you're down $15, or you have negative $15. I guess it's more like if you put on a credit card, then you have negative $15. Alright? But anyways, 5 times negative 3 is negative 15. Alright? And that can take a while to do. Let's look at a different method, okay? Let's say we have 5 times negative 3, which is, well, what we have. Let's just take the positive values. 5 times 3, which we know how to do. 5 times 3 is 15. And then we're going to think about this here. We have 1 positive and 1 negative. But because we have 2 different symbols here, our answer is going to be negative. And you may be like, well, why? That doesn't make sense. Well, maybe it kind of does, but I guess because it's negative, so it's going to be negative. But, okay, yeah, just tell me. All right, so think about this. In English, we say, I do, which is positive, not, which is negative, want ice cream. By the way, which is false, by the way. I love ice cream. Saying I do not want ice cream implies negative. All right, it implies that I don't want ice cream, which is negative. 5 times negative 3 is negative 15. All right. We have these 2 different methods here. They both work. All right. We have this method over here with pretty much negative dollar signs, which if that's what you need to do, do it. If you're at the stage where this method up here makes sense to you, then do this method. It's much more efficient, but if you're making mistakes with this, then do this so you're not making those same mistakes. All right. Before we go on, I want to remind you that multiplication has the associative property, meaning that 5 times negative 3 is the same as negative 3 times 5. Okay? With multiplication, it doesn't matter which way you multiply. Negative 3 times 5 is also negative 15. Okay? But what if you have 2 negatives? Well, let's check that out. You have negative 4 times negative 5. We can't really do, well, what's negative 4 negative 5's? No, oh, we kind of can, but well, let's see what happens when we do. All right, so like I said, I have negative 4 negative 5's. All right, we know negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. You could have done any of those methods that we just did in the previous example. And now we're left with negative 20's, which is really weird. But in math, negative means the opposite. So we're saying we have the opposite of negative 20, which is positive 20. All right? So negative 4 times negative 5 is positive 20. Let's look at this a different way. All right? Negative 4 times negative 5. Let's take out those negatives for right now and do 4 times 5, which is 20. All right? And then we're going to think for a sec. These are both negative. That means our answer is going to be positive. So Negative 4 times negative 5 is 20. And you might be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Why is it positive all of a sudden? Well, let's think back to English. We have something like, I don't not want ice cream. Now this one is true. All right. I don't not really means I do want ice cream. All right. So double negatives make a positive in English and in math. All right. So we have both these methods. They both work. You're probably not going to use this method over here very often, just so you know. Probably almost, maybe never potentially. But this one up here, this is going to be your friend. This is what you're going to be using probably most of the time. Okay? You're just going to take the numbers, multiply them 4 times 5, you get 20, and then look at how many negatives that you're working with. All right? So let's check out what I mean by that. Here's our two examples. Positive times negative is negative, and negative times negative is positive. All right? Not too crazy. In this first one, we had one negative, so it's a negative, just like writing or speaking. And over here, we have two negatives, which make a positive. Again, just like writing or speaking. But if you're looking at something that has multiple terms that you're multiplying, the general rule is that if it's an odd number of negatives, you're going to have a negative answer. So 1, 3, 5, 7 negatives, 9 negatives. All right. But if you have an even number of negatives, you're going to have a positive answer. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on. All right. So these are two rules here to help you out. I recommend you write these down, put these somewhere that you can access them. All right. They're going to be helpful to you. So if you want to see more examples like this or see what we're up to, go ahead and visit us at mirrorverseed.com. And thank you for visiting. Hope you have a great day. Adios. Peace out.